In crime, every second counts, but the first 48 hours, they are the most crucial. Welcome to the captivating yet chilling world of true crime, where every tick of the clock can mean the difference between a case solved and a mystery left unsolved. You've probably heard the term the first 48 bandied about in detective novels or crime series. But what does it truly signify? The first 48 hours following a crime are the most critical period in any investigation. It's during these initial hours that investigators have the best chance of tracking down leads, gathering evidence, and piecing together the puzzle of what really happened. The crime scene is fresh, witnesses' memories are vivid, and the perpetrator may still be close by. But why are these first 48 hours so vital? Well, as time ticks away, the chances of solving a case start to diminish rapidly. Evidence can be compromised or lost entirely. Witnesses may forget crucial details, or they might relocate and become unreachable. And the perpetrator? They could be miles away, covering their tracks or even committing more crimes. More than just a race against time, the first 48 is a battle against the elements of uncertainty and chaos that can quickly engulf a crime scene. It's a fight to keep the narrative of the crime from fading into obscurity, to keep the trail from going cold. In these hours, detectives become time travelers of sorts, stepping back into the immediate aftermath of the crime. They scrutinize every detail, follow every lead, and question every witness, all in a bid to reconstruct the events that transpired. The first 48 isn't just a time frame, it's a symbol of the urgency, the tension, and the relentless pursuit of justice that defines the world of crime investigation. So, let's dive into the world of true crime and explore the first 48 hours of some of the most intriguing cases ever. Imagine a quiet suburban neighborhood shattered by a sudden crime. In the tranquil heart of suburbia, where picket fences and manicured lawns are the norm, a chilling event has occurred. The humdrum routine of everyday life is abruptly punctured by a dreadful discovery, one that sends shockwaves through the peaceful community. A neighbor, while walking their dog in the early morning, stumbles upon an unsettling sight. Their initial reaction is disbelief. But as the gruesome reality sinks in, their heart races and their hands tremble as they reach for their phone. The 3 digits dialed are all too familiar, yet never before had they held such weight. 911. The call to authorities is frantic, filled with apprehension. The words tumble out in a rush, painting a harrowing picture for the operator on the other end of the line. They respond with calm and assurance, their voice a rock amidst the storm of panic. The wheels of justice have been set in motion. Within minutes, the wailing sirens cut through the morning air. The police arrive, their faces stoic, their movements swift and purposeful. They cordon off the area, the bright yellow tape a stark contrast against the serene backdrop. The neighborhood, once filled with the sounds of children playing and birds chirping, is now punctuated by the harsh chatter of police radios. As the officers move about, they leave no stone unturned. Each corner, each shadow may hold a clue, a piece of the puzzle they are desperate to solve. Forensics are called in. Their gloved hands and keen eyes are testament to the seriousness of the situation. They move with precision, their actions meticulous, their focus unwavering. A hush falls over the scene as the reality of what has transpired starts to sink in. The tranquility of this suburban neighborhood has been shattered, replaced with a sense of dread and uncertainty. The peaceful facade has been ripped away, revealing a scenario no one could have imagined. As the first responders secure the scene, the clock starts ticking. Every tick of the clock is a step closer to justice, or a step further away. As the initial shock begins to fade, the meticulous process of investigation takes center stage. The detectives, with their astute minds and keen eyes, step into the crime scene, each detail a potential clue leading to justice. A crime scene is a jigsaw puzzle, and every piece of evidence is like a fragment waiting to be correctly placed. The detectives start by securing the scene, preserving it from contamination. They meticulously document the scene, capturing every angle, every nook, and every cranny. The smallest detail could be the key that unlocks the entire mystery. The collection of physical evidence is a critical part of the process. From fingerprints to footprints, DNA samples to discarded items, each piece of evidence is carefully collected, preserved, and sent for analysis. It's a painstaking process, but it's necessary. After all, it's in these fragments that the truth hides. In parallel, the detectives start the process of interviewing witnesses. This is an art in itself. It's about creating a safe space where people feel comfortable sharing what they've seen, what they've heard. It's about observing body language, listening to the unsaid, and reading between the lines. It's about piecing together the narrative from a multitude of perspectives. As the evidence starts coming in, the detectives begin forming theories. It's like weaving a tapestry of facts, conjectures, and intuition. They work through the theories, testing them against the evidence, discarding what doesn't fit, and refining what does. It's a process of elimination, a process of getting closer to the truth. But time is an ever-present adversary. Each passing second is a second lost, a second in which memories fade, evidence deteriorates, and the trail grows colder. While the detectives work tirelessly, the clock keeps ticking. With each passing hour, the pressure mounts. The first 24 hours have passed. The investigation has begun, but there's still a long way to go. There's a mystery to solve, a story to uncover, and justice to be served. As dawn breaks on the second day, the urgency escalates. The clock ticks relentlessly, each passing second a reminder of the crucial battle against time. The second day of the investigation is often as unpredictable as a spinning roulette wheel. It can bring about breakthroughs that crack the case wide open, or it can usher in setbacks that seem to push the truth further out of reach. A sense of urgency pervades the atmosphere, as detectives know all too well that the trail grows colder with each passing hour. In the world of crime solving, time is a fickle friend. It can either reveal the dark secrets hidden in the shadows, or let them slip away into the abyss of the unknown. Now let's delve into the intricacies of day 2. It's a day of combing through the labyrinth of evidence, of piecing together the jigsaw puzzle that is the crime scene. It's a day of relentless questioning, of chasing down leads that may or may not pan out. It's a day of pressure, of knowing that every decision could be the difference between justice served or a case gone cold. In the race against time, detectives may stumble upon a game-changing piece of evidence, a fingerprint perhaps, or a piece of CCTV footage that places the suspect at the scene. Or maybe a witness comes forward, their testimony illuminating the path towards the truth. But the second day can also bring with it a sobering reality check. Leads that once seemed promising can dry up, witnesses can retract their statements, and the trail can go cold. As the sun begins to set, the weight of the unsolved case can feel like a heavy cloak, the shadows of unanswered questions lengthening with the fading light. Yet even in the face of setbacks, the pursuit of justice never wavers. The detectives press on, their determination fueled by the knowledge that every second counts. As the 48-hour mark nears, the detectives make their final push. The race against time continues, each tick of the clock a reminder of the stakes at hand. The final hours of the first 48 are a desperate race against the clock. A flurry of activity ensues as investigators scramble to gather as much information as they can from the crime scene. Detectives are working at a feverish pace, their minds racing with theories, leads, and possibilities. The interrogation rooms are abuzz with activity. Witnesses, suspects, and persons of interest are grilled for information, their words dissected, their body language scrutinized. Each new piece of information is another thread in the intricate tapestry of the case. In parallel, the forensic team pores over the crime scene, sifting through every speck of evidence. They meticulously collect samples, dust for fingerprints, and snap photographs. They are the silent detectives, their work often overlooked but absolutely critical in the grand scheme of things. As the hours tick away, the task force's mood transitions from hopeful urgency to grim determination. The initial adrenaline rush has worn off, replaced by the cold, hard reality of the task at hand. Each passing moment brings with it a sense of impending doom. The golden window of opportunity is closing fast, and with it, the likelihood of a swift resolution. But despite the odds stacked against them, the investigators press on. Their tenacity is fueled by a sense of duty. They understand the gravity of their role in the pursuit of justice. They know that their work can bring closure to grieving families and ensure that the guilty are held accountable. And so, they soldier on, undeterred by the mounting pressure and the ticking clock. They comb through mountains of data, follow up on leads, and tirelessly piece together the puzzle. And as the clock strikes the 48-hour mark, the first and most crucial phase of the investigation ends. The whirlwind of activity subsides, giving way to a more measured, methodical approach. The race against time transitions into a marathon of patience, persistence, and unwavering resolve. but the echoes of the first 48 hours continue to resonate, shaping the course of the investigation and the pursuit of justice.